Berkshire Community Television presents high school basketball. Tonight from Hoosac Valley High School, the traditional Northern Berkshire County rival, the Blue Devils of Drury taking on the Hurricanes of Hoosac Valley. Welcome everybody, I'm Tim Morey alongside of Butch Parrott for tonight's matchup between these two old rivals. Butch, Drury comes into this one on a roll. They are 10-2. They have qualified for the Western Mass Tournament. Hoosac Valley at 5-6. They've struggled of late, but both you and I have played in these games, and the old adage of the records, you got to throw them out because there's so much emotion that's involved in this contest.
Well, you got that right. All we got to do is go back to last year's game. Hoosac had a pretty good game going, a big lead, and all of a sudden, Scotty McGuire and Reese Reset go boom, 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 and Drury takes over the game. So we're going to see a little bit more of that. Hopefully, we get three good players. I can talk Scotty McGuire, Reese Reset, and Hunter Sarkis. And then for the Hurricanes, Isaiah Stubbs, who had a sprained ankle yesterday, is coming on right now. He's still out there, so we've got to keep an eye on him. Sam Larrabee and Joe Del Molino, those will be the three we're looking at the Hurricanes.
Well, that's right, Butch, and as you said, for the Blue Devils and Coach Jack Reset, it's a two-headed monster that Drury presents. Scott McGuire, the very talented junior, averaging 27 points a game, and right on his tail, Reese Reset with 17 points. So right there, Butch, you've got 44 points a game that you have to contend with. But the Blue Devils, they get some contributions, and they get some important contributions from Hunter Sarkis, who is really deadly from three-point range when he gets on. And Coach Reset has talked about that. He knows they need more than two horses if they're going to achieve what they want to achieve this year.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Tim.
And for Hoosac Valley, Butch, you said it, Isaiah Stubbs comes into this game averaging just under 16 points a game. He's their horse, but he is playing tonight. If he does play injured with a sprained ankle, we're going to have to watch that. Hoosac Valley is going to have to get some contributions from some other players. I know Coach Dave Hart, first-year coach for Hoosac Valley, he's got some young players. He's going to have to get some contributions, I think, from those players if they're going to be able to stay with the Blue Devils tonight. Got a nice crowd coming in for this one. As we said, Drury comes into this game with a record of 10-2. They have qualified for the Division IV Western Mass Champions. We have them ranked as number one in Division IV. Hoosac Valley at 5-6. If they are going to have any chance of qualifying for Western Mass, they're going to have to pull an upset here and knock off the Blue Devils. It's going to be a tall task for them, Butch.
Yeah, probably the only way to really pull the upset is going to try to get Drury in foul trouble, get them on the bench. That's something Hoosac was successful with last year. Drury had a lot of fouls, if you remember.
And Butch, what's interesting about this game is neither team has a tremendous amount of size. They're fast teams. Of course, Drury looks to press, play up-tempo, take teams out of their offensive rhythm. That's their ball game. And they have had trouble with bigger teams when they play teams that have some size. Neither of these teams are particularly big, so it'll be interesting to see how each team plays off the boards. But again, for Hoosac Valley coming into this one, they've had some trouble offensively. They're going to have to shoot the ball well, in my opinion, Butch, and get some turnovers and get some real breaks here. And of course, if you want to catch up on all your high school basketball weekly, you can join yours truly along with Rick Bulla high school basketball weekly, shown every Thursday at 7:30, Saturday at 10 a.m., and Sunday at 7 o'clock on Northern Berkshire Community Television, channel 1302. And also, we want to tell you that we're simulcasting. We are simulcasting on WMNBLP 107.1.
In the event of emergency, the site manager will provide directions for evacuation or stay put. In addition, there are several staff members here to assist you should you need help in the event of an emergency. We appreciate your cooperation in advance. There are 2 new additions to our
And we understand we're having some technical difficulty with our sound, and we're going to try to get that taken care of back at the studio, and we're going to try to attend to that right away. And we're just about ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups. And first, we're going to get the Drury Blue Devils.
I refrain from derogatory remarks and cheers. We hope you'll enjoy the game and that you'll support all players in a positive, sportsmanship-like manner. And now here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting.
For the Drury Blue Devils, they have been pretty consistent with their lineup. And of course, Scott McGuire, Reese Reset, Hunter Sarkis, Abilio Rodriguez, and the senior, Max Doherty. And for the Hurricanes, you've got Casey Meswar, Carson Meswar, the freshman, starting here tonight. Carson getting the start, and we're going to see how he reacts to this pressure. Isaiah Stubbs is out there along with Josh Paree. We're going to pause now for the playing of our national anthem. And we're just about ready to go. Here from Hoosac Valley, Drury and Hoosac Valley, always an entertaining contest between these old rivals. And each team getting their last minute instructions. Both teams coming out for the opening tip. It will be McGuire and Perry. Josh Perry and Scott McGuire, and it's controlled by Drury. And of course, Reese Reset will run the offense from the point. Hoosac Valley in a zone defense. McGuire way at the top, and he's got it for 3. And just like that, Drury pops out 3-0. Ball down the floor to Carson Meswar. The freshman getting the start. Stubbs at the top, and he answers with 3.
Well, his ankle's looking okay.
And that's a big basket for Hoosac Valley in the early going here. Steele on the outside. Ball hits the ref and stays in bounds. Stubbs misses the long 3. And a tussle on the boards, and Reset runs out of there to McGuire. Another 3-pointer. This one does not go and goes over the rim. So it'll be Hoosac Valley ball here. Opening moments of this one. Hoosac Valley and Drury. Drury in that zone press. And Perry trapped along the sideline. Gets it to Meswar. The freshman, Carson Meswar.
He's being
Stubbs
guarded
to the basket. And his own putback scores it. Stubbs for 2. He's got all 5 Hoosac Valley points, and the Hurricanes lead here, 5-3. And the long 3-pointer is good by Sarkis, Hunter Sarkis. And that's a big basket for Drury Butch. They're going to need Sarkis.
Well, they're got 2 3-pointers, and Hoosac has 1.
And Perry looking on the point. They're going to call him with the travel on the blocks. And now Hoosac Valley shows a little bit of a press of their own.
And they're in a 1-2-2.
And they get the ball to Reset in the middle. Ball knocked away from, and the score there by Doherty. He picked up the loose ball, Max Doherty, and he's got the 2 points on the board and a foul out front. 8-5 Drury here with 5:39 to go in this first quarter. Nice crowd on hand here at Hoosac Valley.
Yeah, it's filled up nicely here.
Stubbs, long 3-pointer. His shot grazes the rim. And they're going to call travel on Sarkis out on the side there. Well, a turnover there gives the ball back to the Hurricanes. Carson Meswar, just a freshman. Larrabee for 3, and we're tied. Sam Larrabee and Butch, this is what Hoosac's going to have to do. They got off to a good start here. They've got to shoot the ball tonight. And McGuire to the basket. He's got 5 points here. Drury with the 2-point lead, 10-8. And Drury now settling into their own zone. And there's Meswar from the side. His shot grazes the rim. That's going to be a shot clock violation as it did not hit the rim. And the ball will go over to the Blue Devils.
Well, we're at 4:28 mark, and Drury leads 10-8.
And Reset's going to bring it to the basket and score it. Reese Reset. He's on the board now with 2 points. And Drury leads by 4, 12-8. And Dumalino finds Larrabee underneath the basket. Shot blocked. Reese Reset there. And Reese Reset, Butch for his size, outstanding rebounder for the Blue Devils. And the tip away by McGuire. He's going to go in on the breakaway. And McGuire stretches the Drury lead to 6, 14-8.
Yeah, Drury's got it up there to 6. It's like
And the floater does not go.
Casey Mesler is going to be coming in here.
It's Casey coming in. And it looks like he's going to get Dumalino here. Joe Dumalino take a seat on the bench. So the brothers, Casey and Carson Mesler, on the floor now for Hoosac Valley. They trail by 6, 14-8. Sarkis, long three-pointer, does not go. That was from downtown.
And then some.
and then some.
You got to get it in.
And Mesler hustles it into the front court, and he's trapped along that sideline. And out of bounds on the turnover. He got trapped on the sideline. And they're going to call a foul on the floor.
Well, that's one guy you don't want to foul.
And it's going to put Reese Reset at the line. The foul is on Sam Larrabee. Strike that. It's against Casey Mesler. That's his first. Second on the team here. With 3:07 to go in the first quarter. And Reese Reset nails the first. Second one rattles out. And turnover there at midcourt to McGuire. Set. Bangs a jerk jumper. And Drury leads it here 17-8, and Hoosac Valley is going to call a timeout with 2:51 to go in this first quarter, Butch. And Coach Hart, of course, does not want Drury to get too big of a spread. They've got to keep this game close. And Butch.
Well, they got to keep Reset. I mean, he's breaking out right now. He's got a couple foul shots, a couple more shots. And McGuire, of course. But Hoosac, I don't know. Running the length of the court, but you're right where the bleachers are over to our right-hand side there. And you're starting to get trapped over there a little bit.
Right, you want to stay away from that sideline because that's dangerous area against that press. And I think Hoosac Valley, Butch, is going to have to work the ball down low and try to get Drury into some foul trouble. They can't rely on that perimeter game for the whole game, I don't think.
No. And they don't have a lot of height out there right now either. There's Sam Larrabee there, 21.
Picks up the ball. Mesler trapped in the corner. Finds Larrabee for the jumper. Does not go. And here comes Drury again. They lead it by 9. 17-8. Dwyer thought about it for a minute. And Reset. Backs it down. His shot goes around the rim and out.
And Stubbs with the rebound.
There's another long shot. Knocked down on the play. Down the run. Doesn't go. So right now, Hoosac Valley can't buy a basket. And Sarkis able to bring it back out in from traffic. And they're going to call a block. And that's going to go against Paris. And that'll send Scott McGuire to the line for a pair of foul shots with 1:48 to go in this first quarter. Yeah. McGuire, an excellent foul shooter.
And Sam Larrabee's out now.
Misses the second, but gets his own rebound. Drury by 10, 8-10-8. Shot by. And the putback is good. On the rebound, Dante Woodson. And it's a 12-point Drury lead. Meswar can't find anybody. And Stubbs, long three-pointer, no good. John Kroll run down a rebound in the long three-pointer by Casey Meswar. Does not draw iron, so Butch Hoosac Valley's been stuck on 8 for a long time here.
Yeah, well, Stubbs has to get the ball, and he's got to hit some three-pointers. That's his strength.
McGuire can't find anything. And a nice three-point shot there by Cole Massey. And Drury is up by 15 here. 23-8 here in the closing seconds of this first quarter. And a timeout by Hoosac Valley. It's Carson Meswar trapped on that sideline, Butch, so they're going to have to do something to attack this press.
Well, Drury's got more speed, for one thing, and they're doing a good job trapping.
And coming up tomorrow, right here at Hoosac Valley, Coaches versus Cancer. An outstanding event of girls high school basketball. You see the schedule right up there on the screen. It kicks off at 11 o'clock as Palmer takes on Mount Greylock, followed by Mahar and Lee. The Lady Blue Devils will take on Monument Mountain in a rematch of a great game earlier in the year. Granby, the Rams, take on Taconic, some great young players. Nora Young for Granby, outstanding high school player, followed by, I think, an intriguing matchup between Hampshire and the Lady Warriors of Wacona. And the nightcap at 6:30, Medfield and Hoosac Valley in what should be a tremendous game between those two. Coaches versus Cancer tomorrow here at Hoosac Valley. You don't want to miss it if you're in the area. All right, now, final seconds here. 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Hoosac Valley trails, and they're going to call a foul there. That'll leave 18 seconds on the clock.
Well, John Kroll, number 20, is in for the Hurricanes now.
Giving them a little beef on the block. And the ball goes into Carson Meswar. Gets out of trouble. Hoosac Valley like to play for the final shot here on the block. And John Kroll, the short jumper, does not go. And here comes Reset. He's got 1 second. He's going to fire from half court. It doesn't go. And that's it for the first quarter of play here at Hoosac Valley with Drury on top here, 23-8. Butch, and Hoosac Valley got off to a good start, Butch, but they just went cold and they got stuck on 8. They did not score a basket for the final 5 minutes of this first quarter.
No, and while that's going on, Drury's hitting a lot of three-pointers.
So we played 1 quarter of basketball here at Hoosac Valley with the Blue Devils on top here, 23-8. Leading the way for Drury in the first quarter was the outstanding junior Scott McGuire. He had 8 to lead the Blue Devils. For Hoosac Valley, Isaiah Stubbs with 5. Hoosac Valley will have the ball first to inbounds.
Well, Hurricanes are going to need Kroll under the boards, like you were saying, Tim. And Del Molino's back in the game as well.
Stubbs taking the ball to the basket, up and under, gets it to go. Isaiah Stubbs. And now he's got 7, 23-10, Drury. We're set. Sarkis. Back rims that three-pointer. And here comes Stubbs on the breakout. Nice pass down the lane. His shot blocked. Sarkis again. Wide open. Got it. Hunter Sarkis. You can't leave him alone, Butch.
No. Too many threes.
And McGuire missed that chippy. And Del Molino on the baseline gets in the crawl. He's going to go to the line. On the foul, Max Doherty. And I think that's where they got to go, Butch.
Yep.
Got to go down low a little bit and put some pressure on the Blue Devils.
And we got Kroll at the line now.
That's a third team foul for Drury, a second on Doherty. So he's got 2.
Sam Larrabee back in for the Hurricanes, number 21.
And Kroll missed them both. Reset steps back. His shot flat, does not go. Stubbs with the rebound again. Jumper for Meswar, partially blocked there. McGuire bangs it for 3 from downtown. And he is on tonight.
Well, he's been doing this all year.
Shot does not go, and here comes Drury again. Drury with a 19-point lead. And I'm going to call traveling on the set.
That was the right call.
6:06 to go in the first half, and it's a big Drury lead here now, 29-10. And Casey Meswar now at the point for Hoosac. There's Larrabee. He's got 3. Sam Larrabee, his second three-pointer of the game, and cuts that Drury lead to 16. Sarkis. That shot goes wide. here comes Meswar again.
We're at the 5:20 mark here.
Inside and score! And I think the basket's going to count. It will. Stubbs with the acrobatic shot there.
Well, makes it
And he's got 9 now.
29-15 now. Drury on top. 5:21 to halftime.
And Stubbs completes the old-fashioned three-point play. And he's got 10 points in this first half. And they're leaving Sarkis open, and he is gone cold. No good there. Now comes McGuire. He's going to pull it back. To the basket, and doesn't get it.
Nice
No
catch.
foul called there.
Nice catch by Kroll.
And a long one. Rattles in and out for Dumelino.
Yeah, that one would have helped.
And Reset misses the gimme, but the putback is good by Rodriguez. And a timeout on the floor to Drury. With 4:24 to go in this first half, it's Drury 31 and Hoosac 16, and Hoosac Butch had a chance to cut that lead down to 11 points.
Yeah, and let's hope they can get it back to that again.
And Butch for Hoosac Valley at this point with 4:24 to first half. They're not want to make it all up here, but they want to get this game in single digits by halftime if they can, and make a game of it in the second half.
Yeah, that's exactly what needs to be done, and just be patient. Be patient and get the good shots off.
And remember, we're bringing this game through simulcast on WNMNB LP 107.1 on your radio dial.
And Isaiah's still in there.
Ball, pass picked off and recovered by Drury. Ball stolen at half court by Meswar. Going to take it to the basket and loses it. And they're going to call foul on the play. Sloppy play there. So Hoosac Valley will inbound now. Stubbs gets a clean look. His shot does not go. Nice rebound there by McGuire for the Blue Devils. McGuire steps back for three. Doesn't get it. And here comes a breakout for Hoosac. And Larrabee score it. He leaked out.
41-18 now.
And a travel. So Hoosac Valley now gets the ball back with 3:36 to go in this first half. Checking in for the Blue Devils, number 32, Hunter Sarkis again, along with Cove Massey. And a foul in the backcourt. Tim Brazo also in the game for Drury. Larrabee thought about it for a minute. All on the baseline to Kroll. He's fouled. He's going to go to the line. So some good ball movement there, Butch. Probably some of the better ball movement we've seen for Hoosac tonight, and they got the foul down low.
Yeah, and they're starting to cut into the lead here for Drury.
And John Kroll has not been able to hit a foul shot tonight. He's 0 for 3 from the line. They're going to have to get those. They're going to want to crawl in here. Missed them both. The shot by Brazo is, Chippy missed there. And Woodson missing that Chippy. Drury, Hoosac got a break there. And Stubbs down the lane. Score it.
Well, that was a good layup by Isaiah. Crossover move.
31-20 here. Drury's playing sloppy here the last few minutes. And they're going to call a travel. Out on top. Bench was set. He doesn't believe it. So on the turnover, Hoosac Valley gets a chance to crawl back in.
Yeah, it's 2:47 to go here until halftime.
And Hoosac Valley's forced to call a timeout. They weren't able to get the ball in. And remember, you can catch up on all the high school action here in Berkshire County and Western Mass. High School Basketball Weekly each Thursday night at 7:30, Saturday at 10 a.m., and Sunday at 7 o'clock. Yours truly and Rick Bua. Interviews, guests, highlight clip from games played the previous week. High School Basketball Weekly.
Free tickets to the Final Four.
That's right. Well, I don't know about that. On channel 1302, Northern Berkshire Community Television. So, Hoosac Valley will inbound the ball. They only have 3 team fouls this half, Butch, so they can play aggressively on defense. And then, down on the baseline to Kroll. He scores it. John Kroll.
Well, that's where he wants to be. He's tough down on the baseline.
Down to an 11-point lead. And we're set. Misses the jumper. And they're going to call Kroll out of bounds. So the ball will stay with the Blue Devils.
Probably one of the top.
McGuire on the foul line. He's going to go to the line. He was fouled on the shot. He'll get a pair. Quick off that dribble. 2:19 to go in this first half. Drury by 11, 31-22. And McGuire hits the first. He's got 12 points now in this ball game to lead the Blue Devils and all scorers. Gets them both. Oh, cross-court pass knocked away. Dangerous pass. Here comes Sarkis. And he gets the ball up in the air. He's going to take 2. So Abilio Rodriguez, a good head fake there on the baseline, Butch. And that's going to put Rodriguez on the line for a pair of foul shots. With 2:03 to go in this first half. And Rodriguez can't get the first. And Rodriguez gets one, so score by 12 here, 34-22 for Drury. Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. There goes Stubbs down the lane, and a floater goes. Isaiah Stubbs.
Well, leads down to 10.
A short jumper doesn't go, and here comes Hoosac. Demolino thought about that for a minute. And there goes Kroll, doesn't get his shot to go. And Reset misses the jumper. He has been cold tonight. And all the way to the basket. With Demolino crashing the board. Oh, nice move by McGuire to score. That was pretty. 36-24 now. And there's Kroll around the baseline. He can't get his shot to go. And Hoosac Valley has been on the cusp a couple times.
Well, they're down by 12 now, a minute to go to halftime. They can stop Drury on this possession.
Under a minute. Sarkis with a long bomb. No good. Maybe ill-advised there. So here comes Hoosac. Ball almost thrown away there. Demolino down the lane. Kroll for the jumper. It's got it for two. John Kroll back to a 10-point lead, 36-26. And Drury will be content to play for the final shot here. The shot clock and the game clock almost synchronized. 15 seconds to go in the half. And Reset threw it away to up and under. Scored at the buzzer for Maurice Reset. A big basket to close out this first half and give Drury the 12-point lead, 38-26, but in an up and down affair. Well, Butch, we announced coming up Coaches versus Cancer this Saturday, tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, and tomorrow night at Hoosac Valley. And we were privileged to have a very, very special interview with a couple of very special people, and we got that interview coming to you right now. Classic head coach Ron Wojcik for the Lady Hurricanes, and probably one of the top players to play girls basketball at Hoosac Valley, Allie Mendel, the senior co-captain of the Lady Hurricanes, and we're just pleased to have him here. And Coach, we really wanted to invite you in to talk about the Coaches versus Cancer Tournament, which is upcoming this Saturday, January 26th at Hoosac Valley, a whole day of outstanding high school action. And this is, I don't know how many years you guys have hosted it, Coach. How many years have you hosted it?
This will be our sixth year.
Sixth year, and I know you've got kind of a running tally of how much money has been raised.
Yeah, we've gone over 18,000 in 5 years prior, and this year we've added another game, so this is the most games we've had in one day. The most prior was 5 games. Now we're up to 12 teams with 6 games, and you know, we're hoping this year to maybe do anywhere in the 4,000 to 5,000 range if you know, we get a good turnout, and you know, we'd be very excited to see us go into low 20s for, you know, what we've raised over the years.
And it's quite a schedule of games you've got. Some really nice games on the schedule. As Rick alluded to earlier, the first game starts at 11 o'clock. Palmer here from the Valley coming up to play the Lady Mounties. That's going to be followed by Mahar and Lee at 12:30. 2 o'clock is Monument versus Drury, a rematch of a great game earlier in the year. And Rick will be covering that game on Northern Berkshire Community Television. So that game will be on. At 3:30, Granby versus Taconic. And Taconic, a nice young team. They're doing things now. Granby, of course, Nora Young, one of the finest players in Western Massachusetts for Granby, and of course they're coached by Tom Burke, great coach. Always great to see him. He's been at Coaches versus Cancer. The 5 o'clock game is Hampshire versus Wacoma. We saw the Lady Warriors, of course, last week battling with you folks. That's going to be a great game. And the Medfield Mass Lady girls will be here. The girls will be here to play Hoosac Valley in the nightcap at 6:30. Can you tell us a little bit about Medfield?
Well, I can say they've been in the D2 state finals 2 out of the last 4 years. Very good basketball program. It's big basketball in the area down there. I don't know a lot about them this year yet. I know they got some size. Actually, one of my buddies is going to be scouting them tomorrow night when we play Monument. And hopefully that'll give me a little information so we can maybe go over some things on Friday for them.
Great. And you know, every year that we do Coaches versus Cancer, it's a great day. We always talk about, as part of the fundraising effort, the fact that cancer touches pretty much every family in one way or another. And we're very privileged and happy to have Allie Mendel with us here. And Allie, of course, people may not know this, and you're giving of your time here, that actually you are a cancer survivor yourself, and you had cancer, and you were treated for thyroid cancer earlier this year, or earlier last year, and had surgery. That was back in July, is that correct?
Yes.
And how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm having fun playing and competing, and I feel healthy overall.
And, you know, that hasn't prevented you, you know, you're a great athlete. You've had a great career at Hoosac Valley, not only in basketball, but you played soccer. Did it affect you playing soccer at all this year?
No, not really. I think it motivated me, if anything.
And, you know, Allie, you've participated in Coaches versus Cancer. Now, this will be your 4th year in this tournament, and it's been great. Coach Wojcik seems to have you guys matched up with some great teams from Eastern Massachusetts every year, and it's a real challenge to you guys, and your team seems to rise to the occasion. We've had some great games with you guys in Coaches versus Cancer.
Yes, I think it's a good day for a whole bunch of teams to compete.
I have one question for Allie and for Coach Wojcik, and that is, as the host team, can you tell our viewers, is there anything in addition to preparing for Medfield that you have to do as the host up there?
Yeah, it's a little bit of work, but I have a lot of help. Basically, every year after the tournament, and when we have our coaches meetings after the season, I talk about the Coaches versus Cancer, and I talk to all the coaches that have participated in this past year and see if they all want to come back, and we try to determine which teams want to, which teams may or may not be able to. And Tom Burke does the same thing with the Valley team, so he helps me with the Valley. And then once we kind of put that together, we try to match up the teams based on what we think would be good matchups for each other, and also if they haven't played each other, like maybe during the regular season or played each other much in the past. Like Tom said this year, he's never played Taconic, so he's excited about matching up with Taconic. So there's some of that. And then once we settle in, I try to look for somebody from Eastern Mass for us, and teams seem to be very willing to come out because of the cause. I think people look at this as a great event, and like you guys mentioned, it's touched on so many people and their families that when I contacted Medfield, for example, this year, they jumped on it right away and mentioned the fact that relatives and coaches and the AD's families had been affected by it. So they were excited about coming out. So we're excited about that. And then after that, the Booster Club does a ton of work preparing things. We have T-shirts this year. We have T-shirts made up.
Wow, nice.
The day's dedicated to Allie. The tournament this year is dedicated to Allie. And you know, along with that, it's just putting together the program, which is pretty amazing in itself. And so I would encourage people that come out, definitely get a copy of the program. And we get quotes from all the coaches on their teams, but also how cancer's impacted their lives and how they feel about it. I think one of the Mahar was dedicating it to one of the players sisters, I believe, that a younger sister that passed away. So it's a powerful tournament. I mean, the games are awesome, and everybody, you know, is there and wants to win. But I think it gives perspective on life and how much more there really is.
Absolutely.
Well, I know this much, Allie, I'll tell you, you're really an inspiration to anybody out there who is dealing with cancer. Your recovery looks to be great. I mean, your energy out on the basketball court is really something to be admired. You would never know that you're a cancer survivor and in recovery with the way you played this year. You've been having a great year for Hoosac Valley, and you guys continue to impress with some really nice victories and nice efforts. And we're looking down the schedule, and it's not going to get any easier for you guys. You're right back at it after playing Medfield. You're going to have a rematch on January 31st with Wacona. I'm down at Wacona, and I'm sure they're going to be in weight. They'd like to get a rematch with the Lady Hurricanes, I'm sure of that.
Yes.
But the other question I wanted to ask Allie is really more about the season as it's gone along. You know, Allie, this is not a veteran per se Hurricane team. I mean, you really only play two seniors, you and Lexi. And what is it like, I mean, in terms of mentoring all these younger players, because you've got a lot of freshmen that are contributing as well as the sophomores. So it's a little bit different this year in terms of the age of this team.
Yeah, I feel like we have a lot of young girls that are able to accomplish a lot. Me and Lexi and Riley especially always are on them and correcting them and making sure that they're at least giving their all at mostly all the time, yeah.
It is. Well, Coach and Allie, I want to thank you for coming in and taking just some time. I know you guys have a busy schedule with practice and games and everything else, and just talking a little bit about Coaches versus Cancer. And on behalf of Northern Berkshire Community Television, I know Rick and myself, we've talked about this tournament now the last couple of weeks. We really want to thank the Lady Hurricanes in the Hoosac Valley administration for sponsoring this tournament. It is really a great day of girls basketball. It's probably, in my opinion, the finest girls tournament in Western Mass during the season. An opportunity to really see so many wonderful teams, so many wonderful players, and of course headlined by the Lady Hurricanes themselves. So once again, we'd like to thank you for all your efforts in this regard.
Thank you very much, and we really appreciate all you guys do for helping to promote the tournament, and we look forward to it. Like I said, we enjoy hosting it, and the money that we raise goes for research and treatment and helps people like Allie and anybody that could be affected down the road.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best of luck all the rest of the regular season, postseason, and we'll have a great day up there. I'm very much myself looking forward to a full day of basketball up at Hoosac Valley.
And we'll be there to cover it all, and we will be covering live. And we're back here at Hoosac Valley at halftime with the score, Drury 38 and Hoosac Valley 26. High scores in the first half. Butch Scott McGuire came as advertised. He finished with 15 points to lead the Blue Devils. And for Hoosac Valley, Isaiah Stubbs, playing on an injured ankle, had 14 to keep Hoosac Valley in the game. So Hoosac Valley here, trailing by 12, Butch, and they're going to need some breaks and going to need to shoot this basketball to get back in this one, because Drury will come out of this halftime with the ball first on the first possession.
Well, they need to stop McGuire right off the bat.
And along the baseline, and there he is, Butch. Just like you said. Backdoor pass to McGuire. And that pass is thrown away on the play. Oh, another turnover. So Drury now with the 14-point lead, 40-26. And officials call a time on the floor. Some moisture, I think, on that floor. And a break in the action. Remember this game coming to you simulcast WMNB LP 107.1 FM on your radio dial. WMNB LP 107.1. 7:44 to go. Opening moments here of the third quarter, and Drury on top by 14. And Hoosac Valley now on a sagging man-to-man. And long fadeaway shot there by McGuire. Does not go. And the ball goes over to the Hurricanes. Quite a matchup there, Stubbs and McGuire, Butch. Two juniors. Ball inbounds to McGuire. He finds Domolino on the bait, and he misses the short one. And a foul on the floor. There, Doherty and Stubbs. And they both get up here. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Inbound to Larrabee. And the ball. And they're going to call a foul on the floor. And that one is going to go against Reset. Reese Reset, I believe that's his second. No, they're going to give it his first. And that's a second team foul for Drury. To get the ball in. And a ball thrown away. And McGuire all the way to the basket. His shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul. I think that's going to be on the floor. No, they're going to give him two shots. So McGuire goes to the line and shoots a pair. Put him back in.
Yeah.
And McGuire gets the first. 18 points now on the night. And it's back to a 15-point Drury lead, 41-26. Ball. Oh, nice pass on the interior. Score it. Oh, beautiful pass by Stubbs to Larrabee. Larrabee with the hoop. And he's going to have a shot for a three-point play there. Nice play by Stubbs, Butch. But can't miss.
We're setting the rebound.
And a ball thrown away there. So Hoosac Valley gets the ball. And ball to Larrabee at half court. Oh, nice pass into Larrabee. And score it. Well, Larrabee's got two baskets in a row here.
That's 42-30 now. Drury on top.
And little bump there in the lane. And Mussey Cole Massey. His second hoop of the night. He's got 5 points. Nice shot along the baseline. And a ball thrown away, so it'll go over to the Blue Devils. .5:25 to go in the third quarter. It's a 14-point Blue Devil lead. And, could not convert on the chippy. And here comes ball on the floor. Nice effort there. And along the baseline, Woodson. I'm sorry, that was Abilio Rodriguez. So Drury has opened up the 16-point lead, 46-30.
Yeah, they just got it going here on defense.
Stubbs finds Larrabee in the back, and this is the jumper. And McGuire. McGuire got hit in the face. And they're gonna call a timeout. And McGuire got smacked in the face, and it looks like he's gonna try to play through it. And here comes Carson Mesmore now running the point for Hoosac Valley. Oh, ball picked off by Rosetta, half court. He'll go in for the chippy. Nice defensive anticipation there by Reese Rosette for 2. He's got 9 points now. And on the rebounding action, they're going to call a foul against Perry. Josh Perry will get called with a foul. That's going to be the second team foul for Hoosac Valley with 4:04 to go here. And Drury has opened up an 18-point lead. 4:04 to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, Perry's out for Hurricanes and Kroll's back in.
John Kroll back in for Hoosac Valley. And they're set. And he's going to be fouled on top by Carson Meswar. That'll be the third team foul for Hoosac. And that's the first foul on Carson Meswar. Nice defensive play there by Demolino to knock it off of Rodriguez's lead. So Hoosac Valley will get the ball back. Somebody's got to get hot here, Butch, for Hoosac Valley to get them back in the game.
They need to stop throwing the ball around.
Well, that too. Long three-pointer doesn't go by Demolino.
Comes McGuire.
Jumper no good. But Drury with the rebound. Nice inside pass there. And score for Dante Woodson. But that play was made by Massey. The player doesn't go. Demolino on the putback.
And the foul.
And that's his first basket. And a foul on the rebounding action here. So Tim Brazo will come back into the game for Drury. Just a freshman. And Hoosac Valley will inbound the ball. They trail by 18 here, 50-32, with 3:04 to go in this third quarter. And the ball thrown away. Here comes McGuire. He misses the chippy. And on the rebounding action, going to call a foul on the floor. McGuire a little upset there, Butch. He really had a breakaway. Could not convert it.
Perry's back in for the Hurricanes, and the 14, DeRoche's also in.
In the corner, that shot does not draw iron. McGuire down the lane with a dipsy doodle. Score it! Scotty McGuire. And he's got 21 now for the Blue Devils to lead all scorers. And Drury leads 52-32. There's Kroll on the inside. His shot blocked. And reset. And they're going to call an offensive foul. They're on reset. So 52-32, 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. And the ball lost there, and a foul on the way in. Go against Perry. So ball goes back. That's the 15th foul for Hoosac. Both teams with 5 team fouls here.
Well, Perry was thinking McGuire was the one that should be getting the foul.
Massey gets the ball on the inbounds. Gonna take it to the basket. Lowers his shoulder, nothing there. And Stubbs for 3. There's Stubbs.
It gets it up 52-35 now. Drury on top.
And the set fouled on the drive. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair for the Blue Devils. Reese gets the first. He's got 10 points on the night for the Blue Devils. He gets 2. And it's a 19-point Blue Devil lead. In low to Kroll. And they're going to call a foul. Offensive foul, Kroll. So the ball goes back to the Blue Devils, and Hoosac Valley just struggling on offense. McGuire and Stubbs matched up here. Reset for 3. Oh, that's a dagger right there. Under a minute to go. Nice pass down the lane, but the shot cannot go.
Yeah, Hurricanes can't get a rebound.
Set backs in and nice turnaround jumper. And it's back to a 24-point lead here as this game is getting away from Hoosac Valley. Nice interior pass to Kroll. Score it. And a timeout for Hoosac Valley. Here with 12 seconds to go in the quarter, and they trail by 22, 59-37. While we have a moment, we want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's high school basketball action from Hoosac Valley, between Drury and Hoosac Valley. I want to thank our director, Peter Gentile, producer, Dave Fabiano, Mr. Fabulous, and Dr. Joanne Hurlbut on camera this evening, assisting us in this broadcast. Once again, thank you to Northern Berkshire Community Television, channel 1302, and of course simulcasting on WMNB LP 107.1. Okay, 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. It's a 22-point Drury lead. They're going to have the last shot of the quarter. And a foul in the backcourt, and that's going to put Reset on the line as Hoosac Valley over the limit. And that's not a great foul 80 feet from the basket, that's for sure.
No.
And so, Reset's shot rattles out, but the rebound by Brazo. Oh, he missed the tippy. And it's clock running down right before the buzzer. Doesn't go. And that's going to do it here in the third quarter. We've played three at Hoosac Valley with the score. Drury 59 and Hoosac 37, Butch.
Yeah, too bad. Scoreboard tells the story, and it's 22 points. It's going to be a little hard to overcome.
Yeah, they're going to have to really.
Well, Drury's got more guns, let's just face it. I mean, you got Reset, you got McGuire. They got about 5 guys who can be in double figures.
Yes, they do. And once again, we want to remind our viewers and listeners about the Coaches versus Cancer Classic Tournament coming up tomorrow afternoon and evening at Hoosac Valley High School. Actually starts at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning with the Lady Mounties of Mount Grelak taking on Palmer. But you got some great players that are going to be playing action tomorrow from Western Massachusetts all over. Wacona will be here. Maria Gambaroni, the outstanding sophomore. So you want to catch it if you can for a great cause, Coaches versus Cancer. And of course, we'll be broadcasting the Hoosac Valley Medfield game at 6:30 right here on channel 1302. So tune in if you can't make the tournament. And a turnaround there by McGuire. And Reset picks off the long pass. And on the rebounding action, they're going to call a foul underneath here. And they're going to call it against, I believe, against Larrabee. Could be a intentional foul. And that's going to put McGuire at the line. If it is, it's going to go against, I think it's going against Larrabee. So Butch and Butch, we're going to be right back here tomorrow night. Covering Coaches versus Cancer, and McGuire gets them both. And he's got unofficially 25 points on the game for the Blue Devils, Butch.
It's a pretty good night.
Right. McGuire, a long three-pointer, doesn't go. And they're going to call a foul in the backcourt there. I think that is going to go against. No, they're going to call. It's going to go against Hunter Sarkis. I thought they might get Reese Reset for that one. 63-37, Drury. And Carson Mesworth, the freshman, running the point, and a long shot. My sub does not go. Here comes Reset. Beautiful drop down pass. And a missed shot there. And Hoosac Valley comes away with it. Cole DeRochers into the game for Hoosac Valley. And stepping out now for Hoosac Valley is Stubbs. Had a fine game. Sean Kastner Jr. in for him.
Well, let him rush that ankle.
And a foul there. An attempted steal by McGuire. Yeah, he did a great job really playing. You could tell he was not 100%. You got to give him credit for the effort, Butch.
I think he's about had it too, just looking at him.
Yeah. Really a fine effort by him. And a breakout. In the game for the Drury is number 21, Jude Collins. Getting some playing time here in this game. We approach the 6-minute mark. Jude Collins takes a shot, misses it. And Coach Dave Hart's going to empty his bench here for Hoosac Valley. As Travis Dozier, number 22, checks into the contest. .6:10 to go here in this one. All Drury, 63-37. And a travel on the play.
Number 13, Sean Kastner Jr. in the game for the Hurricanes. Travis Dozier also in, number 22.
And Reset running the point, still running the point for Drury. And takes it to the hole and scores. And he's got 17 points on the night for Hoosac, for the Drury. And Cole on the basket, scores two. John Kroll He's got 8 points now. 65-39. We approach the 5-minute mark of this one. And we're set down the lane. And at least we're set.
Zach Swistak, number 42, in for
He
Hurricanes
checks into
now.
the contest. And set. Misses that shot. So 5:06 to go in this one. Drury on top, 66-39. And McGuire running the action up top, throws one over the side, does not go. And they're going to call jump ball. Ball goes over to Hoosac Valley. With 4:54 to go. And look at that Hoosac Valley Butch going forward. Of course, playing in this tough North Division. They're going to have a tough time, but in terms of qualifying for the tournament. But you see, you know, the nucleus of the team coming back next year as McGuire gets away on a breakaway there. The nucleus of the team, you know, Isaiah Stubbs coming back along with Carson Meswar. He's getting a lot of playing time. You see Travis Dozier, Joe Demolino. So there is a nucleus of players coming back as Reset and McGuire check out of the game here. So there is some foundation to build on here, Butch, for Hoosac Valley. Rebound there by Brazo. And both teams have emptied their benches. Ball tipped away, goes out of bounds. Oh, that pass was picked off on the cross court. There goes Meswar to the basket, and they're going to call a block, and he'll go to the line and shoot a pair. And Carson Meswar gets on the scoreboard, his first points of the evening. And Butch, as we said many times, tough to win a lot of games if you can't score more than 40 points, that's for sure. Ball thrown away there. Hoosac has had difficulties on the offensive end of the floor tonight. Demolino for three. Joel Demolino with a three-point shot. We approach the 3-minute mark here. And the ball knocked away by Casey Meswar, and can't control it. It goes back to Drury. And .320 to go in this one. It's been all Drury tonight as they'll have the better of this first matchup between these two teams. They'll meet again later in the season down at Drury. And Drury will go Butch to 11-2. And for them, at this point, it's for seeding purposes, these games. They want to get the number 1 seed in Division 4. And Meswar's shot no good. Ball stolen by Meswar. Drops it off. On the shot, no good. Travis Dozier missed that one. Drury, it's good for 3! Ben Moulton for 3. And that makes it Drury 71 and Hoosac 43. Ball, 3-pointer by Domolino, no good. And Meswar's shot does not go. And he's had a frustrating night tonight. Checking in Cole DeRochers now for Joe Domolino with 2:13 to go. Stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some post-game comments and interviews from some of the Drury Blue Devils here. And they're going to call a 5-second violation out there on top, and that'll give the ball back to the Blue Devils. With 2:01 to go in this one. And hats off to Drury Butch. They had the complete game here tonight.
Yeah, they right from the get-go, and Hurricanes hung in there for a little while in the first quarter, and it just went with McGuire Reset.
Long 3-pointer, and the putback no good. And that's going to put Sean Kastner on the line for the Hurricanes. He'll shoot a pair now. As this crowd's starting to file out of here. And he missed both of them. We're under 2 minutes to play here. And a jumper from the side does not go. On the rebounding action. Putback is blocked, and on the tie-up, it's going to go over to Drury on the possession arrow here with 1:25 to go in this one. And down the lane they go with a runner. Nice shot there by Anthony Pettengill, the freshman. Nice job, Anthony Pettengill on the floater. And we approach the 1 minute mark. From the corner, Meswar misses that one. And Pettengill with the rebound. And he finds Brazo underneath the basket, shot block. Boy, looked like he got hammered there, but they're letting this one go. And down the lane, Pettengill misses that. Brazo, the putback, he's got it. Nice effort there by Brazo. Jumper from the corner does not go. And the Drury's going to run it out here. And that's going to do it. An all-around effort for the Blue Devils here tonight as they're going to walk away with a convincing victory over Hoosac Valley, 75-43. And Butch, it was a game really dominated by Drury throughout, and Scott McGuire and Reese Reset were the big wheels for the Blue Devils here. And unofficially, we had Scotty McGuire finished with 27 points for the Blue Devils. And
just happens to be his average.
Exactly. And Reese Reset with 19 points to lead the way. So those two supplying the bulk of the scoring here for Drury, and they walk away with an impressive 75-43 victory. They now go to 11-2 on the season, and Drury and Hoosac Valley falls to 5-7, as we said at the outset of the game. Time running out for Blue Devils, for Hoosac Valley, if they want to try to qualify for Division III. They need to get to 10 wins, and they're going to have a hard time finding it, playing the schedule that they're playing in the North Division.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to have some post-game interviews here in a moment with some of the Blue Devils, maybe head coach Jack Reset. If we can get that. And of course, before that, Butch, we want to thank Northern Berkshire Community Television for the broadcast of tonight's contest. And hopefully we're going to get, we've signaled the head coach Jack Reset, who's coming up with us here. And he's going to join us here in the broadcast booth. Coming right in. Head coach Jack Reset. Coach, you know, these games, this is probably, they're never easy, but this is probably one of the more intense games in the second half. You guys had your way and really were able to control the action for pretty much from beginning to end.
Yeah, I mean, we came out to a good start. We made shots, got into our pressure, you know, and that's where we want the pace fast. They started making a couple shots, but when the pace was where we wanted it, then we went in that lull in the second quarter. We didn't score. And when you don't score, when you don't score, it's really tough to pressure. And we're trying to put in different things to pressure, but you could see we were giving up easy shots and easy baskets. Came out the third quarter, got into our pressure again, made some easy baskets, and you know, once we get running, it's tough to stop.
We talked about it way back at the beginning of the season. You guys are now 11-2, and I mean, of course, you got a tough schedule the rest of the way. You're playing in the North. I mean, there are no gimmies in that league, and you know that. And it's going to prepare you for the tournament. And as you said at the outset, you got a great contributions tonight, really from your two main wheels here, Scott McGuire and Reese Reset. But you know you're looking for that constant contribution from those other players.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dante Woodson and Obi Rodriguez and Max Doherty, and you know, our freshmen starting to come along a little bit at a time, but they're working really hard in practice. They understand what they got to bring us. You know, they don't have to get a ton of points, but they got to keep people honest tonight. You know, just little garbage baskets. Reese and Scott are going to draw a lot of attention. You know, we saw a little triangle in 2 tonight. We saw some boxing 1. You know, we're going to see that stuff. Those guys are going to be wide open. You got to take advantage of it.
And you got some great games coming up. I mean, you know, the North Division, the quality of the teams from top to bottom, Wacona, Taconic, Pittsfield, it's a brawl every night.
Yeah, I mean, we got to go down to Taconic on Tuesday. It'll be our 3rd game in a row on the road, and you know, they thumped us up at our place. I mean, it's a tough place to play, but you know, we'll go down there and give it our best shot. But like you said, it's preparing us for the tournament. You know, we got our ticket punched, and we got to get better. We got to get better at a lot of things, but it's nice to come up here and win, that's for sure.
That's for sure. And, of course, in Division IV, I don't know if you've had a chance to really look at some of the other teams in the division. I know we've been following like in high school basketball week, we've been trying to follow where a little bit. Pioneers seems to be coming on a little bit. And a team that is slipping in there, that Paul Freire, you know.
Yeah, we had them up at our place, and it was a shootout. I mean, they can score the ball. They are a scary team in Division IV.
Right.
I've seen Ware once. They're solid. They got 4 guys back from last year's team. They went to the Final Four. They're a solid team. They're senior-oriented, so it's not going to be an easy out. We got Pioneer coming to us in a couple of weeks, so that will be a good test for us.
Yeah, you'll get a good look at them.
Yep,
Good.
absolutely.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for spending some time with us. We appreciate it. Congratulations on a nice win here tonight, and best of luck down the road. I know we're going to be covering you guys as we go down the road and, of course, in the tournament.
Great. Thanks for having me.
All right. Head Coach Jack Reset of the Blue Devils. Yeah, so that's right. That's right. That's right. Head Coach Jack Reset from the Blue Devils, Butch, and he said it. You know, he said it best. You know, he's got his team put together, and they've qualified for Western Mass. And at this point, you know, he's playing for you know, seeding position and preparing for the tournament.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, he's getting his team ready to go, and Hoosac Valley, the score indicates they're not going to make the tournament. If they do, it'll be somewhat of a miracle.
Right, right. Well, the final score here at Hoosac Valley in this one, it was Drury 75 and Hoosac 43. Drury comes away with the victory. They go now to 11-2. And Butch, we're going to be right back here tomorrow night. Once again, Coaches versus Cancer right here at Hoosac Valley. We're going to be covering that big interstate, I call it interstate matchup between Medfield, the Medfield Lady Warriors, and Hoosac Valley Lady Hurricanes. Medfield, a top team in Division II, and that should be a real great game. So if you get a chance, all day tomorrow, there are some very good games scheduled. The Lady Blue Devils are in action against Monument. That's a rematch game. So really for a great cause, if you can get up here, please come to Hoosac Valley tomorrow for Coaches versus Cancer. Okay, that's going to do it for us here at Hoosac Valley. The final score here at Hoosac Valley, it was Drury 75 and Hoosac Valley 43. For my broadcast partner, Butch Parent, and our staff here from Northern Berkshire Community Television, saying good night.